Hey everybody, my name is Spelfie and welcome back to another video. I haven't made a video for a little bit more than a week now, and this isn't a trading video, this isn't a trolling video, this isn't a tier list video either. This is a little bit of a sweet treat video that I'm deciding to make for y'all, and it's a video that I've wanted to do since I graduated from RTC in 2023, and I haven't made it until now. And this is a video that goes over my unwavering dedication to a group of individuals that I've been studying for over 2 to 3 years now, and I've made a few videos on my channel talking about these guys, but I've never really put in so much effort until now to explain to y'all who these people are. So I really hope y'all enjoy this video, and let's just get straight into it. I know you guys don't know who I'm talking about in this video, or supposedly what I am talking about in this video. What this video is covering are the hoarder bots and projector bots. I've talked about these guys on my channel a few times now. I made a video back in September of 2020. It's called Uncovering a Projection Mastermind, something like that. And I made a few more videos in about, I think, July of 2021, talking about them a little bit as well. But I've never really made a super in-depth video since, 2020 talking about these. So let's start off with some context. First of all, who are these rat bots in question? Let's go back some time, preferably to June of 2020. Since that time, I've always wondered why a random rap item would get projected to a high amount every few days. On top of that, a certain user would always send me a trade for the same exact item every time it got projected. They did this multiple times before giving up and eventually offering another projected. They did always give me relatively good deals if I wanted to try flipping, but regardless, I declined and kept sending and sending. I never really knew why this happened, nor cared too much, until of course my interest began to peak as I continued to dive deeper and deeper into my then obsession with my love for rap items. So, I began investigating to try to find out why this was happening. I began at the start. I decided to check out the user that had kept sending me these projected items. They went by the username Ciaric, a relatively random name, and he had around 100,000 rap that was constantly going up and down. His inventory was full of other rap items, and he seemed to have no trade ads or any sort of rolling on history. So I began checking his UAIDs. I decided I would check a certain projected pink Sparkle Time hoverboard and found out that it came directly from a user called Golden Ray. Now, this was certainly impressive because Golden Ray had a massive inventory, full of rap, 1,300 limiteds, and 0 rolling on history to be traced. On top of that, another relatively weird name. So I kept going. I ended up checking one of his most hoarded items and finding more and more of these rap bots. More hoarder bots and more projector accounts. I kept checking UIDs and I kept finding these smaller 100k rap accounts with their own projecteds they were attempting to trade off. I eventually combined all of my findings after a year of digging into a server that I owned called Land's Hoarder Bot Research. The link will be in the description in the comments. And this is where I concluded the entire network I was able to discover. So, how do they pull this mastermind off? Well, let me explain. Let's make a division. We have 2 groups of accounts, hoarder bots and projector bots. The goal of the hoarder bots was to, hoard rap items and prepare them for projections. They acted as storage accounts to store more rap items and continuously build profits collected from projector bots. The goal of the projector bots was to facilitate the movement, collection, and trading of projecteds and hoardable items. For example, when facilitating a projection, the hoarder bots would mass send off an item chosen for projecting to their army of baby accounts. One of the baby accounts, or projector bots, would mass purchase any cheap on sale copies at the moment and then put the item up for an extremely high price for it to be bought immediately after. Here's a lucky photo of a projection I found, and as you can see here, Legend, a projector bot, is selling the Hungry Lion Friend, an item I owned back then, for a high-ass price. Once this happened, the rap would be massive, and the projectors would begin mass sending trades in order to collect more rap items for future projections. This process would repeat itself every 4 to 5 days, and it was truly impressive how fast they could manage to project, trade, and repeat over and over again. There are also a few interesting features these bots had. For one, every single hoarded rap item would have at least one hoarder bot selling it. It would never be for best price unless the item was selling super high, but for example, if an item was selling for around 500 to 2k, you could expect a hoarder bot to have it listed for around 2 to 5k. If an item didn't have a lot of copies and was selling for around 7,000, its price was usually exactly 9,959. On rare occasions, the price could jump up to 11,481 or even 14,939. The same could be said for projector bots. The hoarder bots didn't hoard literally everything. There were some items that the bots simply disliked and did not want to hoard. A great example was the rainbow hair and beanie, which if a projector bot ever got a copy of, they would try to sell it for best price, even if it was under wrap. Despite not wanting to hoard this beanie, the projector bots managed to rack up quite a few copies of this beanie with little success selling them. The bots also had a few failures in projecting items. These included the Patriot Locator, Steampunk Sniper, King's Steward, and Evil Henchman. They transferred all the copies to their projector bots, but for some reason never projected these items. After a few days, they just transfer all the items back to their hoarder bots. The bots have also been observed using other ways to transfer limiteds rather than just trading. For example, I figured out that in 2021, a night vision holoscope, specifically Serial 475, was sold for 1,600 Robux 15 days prior at that date. Being the most recent sale, the only person who had gotten a copy exactly 15 days ago was cosmicbit, another hoarder bot. The projector bots were also known to capture LPP'd items. I'll explain this in a bit when we get onto the downfall of the rat bots. On May the 25th, 2021, the projection mastermind suffered a critical loss. Katsun Jammer, a hoarder bot with 5 million value and 1,700 limiteds, was terminated by Roblox staff due to suspicion of bot activity. This happened during a time when botting was at an all-time high, and Roblox began investing more and more time into taking down these auto traders and artificially ran accounts. At this point, all of my research had concluded that there were exactly 43 hoarder bots and nearly 100 or even more projector bots. If every single hoarder bot had roughly around 1,800 limiteds and 5 million value, this, back in 2021, equated to around 77,000 limiteds and an incredible combined value of 215 million. Just for reference, the official Roblox account had 213 million value at this exact date. And these bots had just lost 5 million of this value. Obviously, this is a rough estimation, but still, this was fucking ridiculous. On top of this loss, the projection bots started spending thousands of Robux because of a critical design flaw. Let me explain. The projector bots had always had a ton of Robux on them to project limiteds, buy LPP'd items, and buy copies of limiteds to project items. At this point, since 2019, we had no new limiteds. Because of this, the cheapest wrap items were worth 1,000 Robux. Literally, you had to pay $10 USD just to afford one fucking egg. And the Roblox small economy was super expensive and inflated. In fact, the only cheapest item was American Woman, also known as AMWO, but it was the only item that was cheap due to it being 600 wrap because of my hoard at the time, and due to the fact that it was nearly a semi-rare. Other than that, the projector bots assumed any sale of 500 Robux or less was an automatic steal for a limited. They were very wrong. Because on May the 18th, 2021, the Gucci Dionysus B-bags went limited, to everyone's shock. As the weeks went by, more and more Gucci items became limited. Due to this, prices started decreasing due to the sheer number of new Gucci limiteds. Because of this, their price dropped dramatically over time, going under 500 wrap, and this enticed the projector bots to non-stop buy these Gucci limiteds, and they kept going until they ran out of Robux, effectively drying them out. Even worse, the projector bots kept getting starved out. Bot starvation happens when a projector bots trade off their wrap items and they basically have nothing else they can trade, resulting in hoarder bots no longer resupplying them with items. The mysterious owners, instead of resupplying these accounts, just ended up creating newer projector bots with premium to keep their projection hive mind in business. And at some point, Roblox ended up terminating 23 out of the 43 hoarder bots. Additionally, another 40 projector bots had also fallen due to termination. Because of starvation, termination, and Gucci Nation, the hoarder bots suddenly stopped trading during late July of 2021. The remaining ladder of hoarder bots would continue to go online and even relist items for sale per their policy, as items like kawaii cat and scissors had started becoming very expensive and selling for very high. Eventually, the remaining hoarder bots and projector bots finally went offline to never be seen again. That is, until I finally came off my year-long hiatus when I graduated from Recruit Training Command in September of 2023. Killock 5 was originally a hoarder bot, probably my most favorite too. I was checking my following list one day in September of 2023 and I'd noticed something. Killock himself was playing a game. Yes, I said that fucking right. He was inside of Pet Simulator X, and his joins were on. Not only that, but he was playing with another projector bot, Kekleon04. On top of all of this, they had both friended each other. Two standards that I'd never seen before were broken right in front of my eyes. The rat bots had never played games and had never friended anyone. I decided to do some investigation, and upon joining the game, I noticed that both accounts were quite rich inside of petsimx. Despite me being literally in the same server with both accounts, I could not physically locate the two due to my level being super low. My friend requests and chats both went ignored as I desperately attempted to gain contact with the two rat bots. I stayed inside the game for about half an hour until I quit. I ended up checking on Killock and Kekleon about 2 months later in November when I noticed this. Yeah. Killock was friends with an amazing 21 other projector bots, and they were all simultaneously playing petsimx together. Additionally, all of these bots were friends with each other, having a friends list of 22. At some point, I began to notice something weird about Killock's Rollimons graph. Something I had dreamt of since 2020 had finally began. Killock was selling his limiteds. The way he would do this is as follows. He would transfer his wrap items to another formerly inactive projector bot that wasn't playing petsimx for them to sell the items for Robux. After these bots were done, they would go inactive. Killock would in return get a ton of their Gucci limiteds that the bots had spent all of their Robux for back in 2021. And since 2023, Killock's value has decreased from an amazing 7.3 million down to just 2.7 million. Since this, 3 other hoarder bots, Daria Leon 77, Amy Lloyd 23, and Creatic 3 have both gone online after 2 years just about a month ago, with Koala 275 additionally being online just around 9 months ago. The other hoarder bots haven't been online for around 2 years. At the current moment, I'm not entirely sure what the rat bots are planning to do. Because of the holding period, we can't expect them to come back to limited trading, especially since Killock has begun cashing out his limiteds. And if this is a trend to follow, then maybe the other 4 hoarder bots might begin doing the same thing. It seems that the hoarder and projector bots have favored becoming rich in Pet Simulator X, as I found out with their high value from Killock and Kekleon. And by the way, Kekleon just went offline about 4 months ago. Other than that, I really appreciate y'all watching this video. This is a bit of a passion project that I have been invested to for about 3 years now. I haven't been really active with this since this started happening, and I'm not really super active with this, but I thought this would be a cool video for y'all to listen to. But yeah, other than that, please enjoy this little tribute that I've created, and I've actually done this a few times on the channel to demonstrate my unwavering dedication of the amount of time I invested to finding out information on these accounts.